Hello and welcome to your Empowered Astrology Forecast with yours truly, Sarah McCallum, the Cosmic Finder. And this is for the week of October the 16th, 2023. So this week, the moon will be waxing. It will be gradually starting to increase in light. We did just celebrate a really potent and powerful solar eclipse this past weekend. So we are in the midst of the eclipse portal of this season. And, whenever our cycles of light are disrupted, that can feel very destabilizing. It may not be incredibly obvious, like it may be very subtle, but understand that, there's a lot going on in the cosmos that is really pushing us towards our highest evolution process. There are shifts that are occurring. And it's important while you're in this portal to really surrender to that energy. Take care of yourself, rest if you need to, pay attention to your emotional body, pay attention to, the physical demands that you're putting on yourself. It's not necessarily a time to manifest or to take direct action. Just really be in a place of receptivity and awareness around what is going on collectively. So the moon is going to shift over the course of this week from Scorpio into Sagittarius, into Capricorn, and finally into Aquarius. And while the moon is in Scorpio, I suggest that you all tap into your healing practices, whether that be receiving a massage, acupuncture, whether that be taking a long bath, going to the hot springs, soaking in a nearby lake or a river. And really interacting with water and staying hydrated is important when the moon is in a water sign. Once the moon shifts into Sagittarius, you could tap into some sort of higher learning practice or activity, expanding the mind, and or explore your surroundings, go on a long walk or hike in nature. Just remember how important it is to move your body when the moon is in a fire sign and how helpful it will feel to ground in Mother Nature, especially during the eclipse portal. When the moon shifts into Capricorn, this is an important time to tap into your strategies, your foundations, your structures in your life. That can be structures around your business or the ways in which you operate at home with your family. That can also be your skeletal structure, your physical vessel, going to the chiropractor, or even just taking a yoga class and allowing yourself to work on proper alignment. When the moon shifts into Aquarius, this is a great time for anything that requires innovative or eccentric mental processes. This could involve technology. This could also just involve interacting with your community. Aquarius is a very friendly and altruistic sign, so it may be a good time to go out and help with, a local cause that needs support. In terms of the moon's phases, this week we will experience a first quarter moon, specifically in Capricorn. That will be occurring on the 21st. So with the first quarter moon, typically this is a great time for action. It's usually a time where we become more aware of our spiritual path and what it is that we need to do or shift or change. And while I very much support that, especially in Capricorn around the structures and the foundations, I would suggest, making minor adjustments, but not necessarily huge shifts because of this eclipse portal energy. And on the 21st, we will also have a planet changing signs, which is a big shift that we typically feel. And this will be Mercury moving into Scorpio. So the ways in which we begin to communicate with others may be a bit more intense, may have a depth or an awareness of darker themes, may have a focus on healing and transformation. With Scorpio on the unskillful side, there is that tendency towards manipulation. So over the course of this, period of time where Mercury does reside in Scorpio, just be mindful of the way in which you're communicating with others. And if if the conversation does become manipulative, whether it's on your side or, someone else's, perhaps you can redirect or take a step back. It's just likely that our communication style will tend to be more intense than when Mercury was in Libra. All right, and then over on the 19th, there will be a conjunction between the Sun and Mercury. So, there's a strengthening happening between your sense of purpose and your mental processes. So perhaps there's some really profound copy that comes out in your journal. Perhaps there's a really beautiful YouTube video that you're able to bring to your community. But I feel with that combination of planets that you may end up with some really potent and powerful downloads in which you could perhaps, allow to come through in a way that describes what it is that you feel strongly about, what it is that makes you feel in your power and purposeful, and perhaps inspire others at the same time. On the 20th, there will be a square between Mercury and Pluto, and this is again tension for change. And it could be between like the mental body, the mind, your thoughts, and your ability to transform or heal. So, tap into how you're talking to yourself and maybe bear witness to the ways in which some of your thought patterns restrict your ability to heal. And maybe you can perhaps cultivate a gentler way to speak to yourself. On the 21st, there will be a square again, but this time between the Sun and Pluto. So now we've got tension for change between like our ego and, our spiritual body. So maybe there is something that needs to be like repatterned around those two aspects of the self. A balancing that needs to occur. And you can kind of reflect on that and dive deeper on that during this coming weekend. And then lastly, on the 22nd, there will be a trine between Mercury and Saturn. So this could be a beautiful day to express the way in which you feel, to loved ones in a very mature way, in a very focused and centered way. This may be a good day to connect with colleagues or work cohorts around a topic, that requires a bit of focus, determination, professionalism, all very, Saturnian in nature. And so this could be a really great day for just getting something important out into the world that comes from the mental body. Okay, let's see. Lastly, I did pull a card for the collective out of Denise Lynn's Soul Coaching Oracle card deck. And the card that came through is gratitude. And with all that we are experiencing collectively and geopolitically right now, I feel it's so important for us to really focus on what it is that is feeling positive, loving, nurturing, safe, comforting, and if you have those safe spaces and those safe people to retreat to, and you have a comfortable home and a roof over your head, and you have a nourishing meal at the end of the day and people to break bread with, I think that's so necessary right now to really focus on the beauty of those moments, because gratitude really does carry us through the difficult and challenging times. So I hope that gratitude carries you through this week. I wish you all a really potent, powerful eclipse season. Take care of yourselves, and I'll be on to talk with you again soon.